Today on our 2015 GMC Acadia, we'll be taking a look at and installing the Fusemaster fuse bypass switch for towed vehicles. This is going to be a 30 to 50 amp FMX fuse, part number RM76513. You will also need another bypass to tow, which is part number RM76514. First thing we're going to have to do is open up the hood and locate the fuse box, which is going to be right here on the driver's side. Now, if you correspond with your owner's manual and dinghy towing instructions, it's going to tell you that you're going to have to remove the BAT1 50 amp fuse that's going to be located here underneath the hood. Now, we'll go ahead and remove the cover and shield up here so we can kind of tuck our ground and everything back underneath here if we can. Once you have all the push pin fasteners removed that go around the shield, you can pull it up and out of the way. This isn't necessary, but it does help out. We'll remove the cover on top of the fuse box. Press in the sides here and lift up. Located underneath the cover, you're going to locate BAT1 or the 50 amp, which is going to be this guy right here. We're actually going to remove that and take out the 50 amp. Since the circuit never requires 50 amps, we're going to go ahead and bypass that with a 40 amp. So let's go ahead and start by removing that 50 amp fuse. So we removed the 50 and we'll be placing that 40 amp inside of our fuse bypass. But first things first, we're going to notch out the edge of our box so we can get our wires through the side. Go ahead and use a razor blade to do so. And we're just going to trim it down a little bit. Now we'll go ahead and place in our ground. We'll just use a self-tapping screw. And we'll go ahead and start that through. Go ahead and pull it back out. We'll take that ground, secure it with that screw. Being very careful with our razor blade, we're going to trim back the rubber here, just so that it's able to come between those fuses and out the side. Just want to make sure that we don't cut anything, but we're going to trim it back so we can get rid of that wire loom and extra stuff holding it on here. Be able to work it around and into the box. Now we'll go ahead and connect our positive and negative wire to our fuse. Go ahead and connect that blue one first, and then the red one into the other slot. Blue towards the front. Once we've done so, we'll go ahead and work it out to the side, making sure that our wires are still connected. So we'll go ahead and place our cover over the top of this. Put it in drive mode. We'll place our cover over the top. Bend our switch around. And place our fascia back over the top. Now with that plastic fascia, we'll go ahead and push it down to where our switch comes up. Just right next to it. Place all of our fasteners back in and secure it down. With this one finished, we'll go ahead and start installing the second bypass. First thing we're going to do is locate the two 15 amp fuses located in the battery compartment. Now the battery compartment is going to be located behind the passenger seat on the floor. We're going to need to remove the carpet and the panel to gain access to them. Go ahead and flip the switch here to remove the carpet. Slide it over to the side and out of the way. Locate the panel here for our battery. Peel up on the plastic piece here to gain access. Use a T20 Torx bit. Remove the screw. Pull the cover towards and underneath the driver or passenger seat and up and out. To see those two 15 amp fuses located right here. Those are the two fuses that we're going to bypass. It's going to be the ECM fuse and the OnStar fuse. This will make it to where we don't draw power from our vehicle while our vehicle is being towed.
Now we'll go ahead and pull out our fuses. Place them into our fuse holder. Place the cover over the top. Now we'll go ahead and hook up the Spade terminals to our fuse holders where we pulled out our fuses prior. They're both going to be separated. So we'll go ahead and plug them in. All right, once those are secure, we'll go ahead and hook up our other one. And it doesn't matter which wire you hook in to this side, since they're both
running positive and negative. Go ahead and hook up that.
And now we'll go ahead and test it out. All right, so we're off right now. Go ahead and turn it on. Bypass it, and turns it off. This side, on, off. So right now we're bypassing the circuit and turning off our fuses. This side will remain constant all the time. All right, now we'll go ahead and hook up all of our wire loom, place our covers over our fuses, and tuck it down here in the compartment, tucking all of our lines and wires back away.
Now what we have left to do is run our fuse bypass switch up to somewhere where it's going to be easily accessible. We're going to choose to put it right here in the back panel next to our 12-volt outlet. In order to do so, we'll take a trim panel removal tool, a screwdriver, or something with a nice soft edge, and pry off the back piece. In order to do so, we'll go ahead and get behind it and just pop it out. Be careful not to break the clips. Once you've gotten it there, you'll be able to pull down and pry it back. Notice that you have two clips on either side that'll pop in, and the top slides up in here. All right, now that we have that exposed, you can see that we'll just have to go underneath a little bit of carpet to get our wiring harness back up and behind. We'll slide this out of the way, and you can disconnect it if you like, if it makes it easier. To do so, we'll pull back on the clip, push in on the side, and pull out. That way we can drill our hole in here as well. Go ahead and slide our wires back underneath the carpet and pull them through so that nothing's exposed. Now we'll go ahead and take a 3/4 inch drill bit, auger bit, or hole saw and put a hole in the back cover, like we said, next to the 12-volt outlet. That way we can put in our fuse bypass. We'll pre-drill our hole, and then we'll take our hole saw the rest of the way. Now we can do this two ways. We can put it through one at a time. So we'll remove one of these, slide it through, hook it up, kind of deal. But we do know that both of our wires are going to go on just like so. So if we pull it out, we have the red on this side and the black on that side. We'll just pull them straight back. You can do this the other way if you choose beforehand. We'll push it through. And then we're going to hook everything back up the same way. And we'll push all of our wires on. Make sure they're on that terminal and spade terminals nice and tight. Thread on the back. And then we're all set to set it back up in there. Hook back up your wires. Press it all back up into place and put that cover back over the top. We'll go ahead and check it. All right, so up is going to be tow mode and down is going to be drive mode. And you can rotate it if you need to before you put it in there, and you can test this out. Now that we've distinguished which is which, we can go ahead and place on our stickers. So it'll be drive mode, tow mode. Place our cover back over, set it down in place. Place our Torx bit screw back in place as well. And we'll put our carpet back. That will do it for our review and installation of the Roadmaster FuseMaster fuse bypass switch, part number RM76513 and RM76514 on our 2015 GMC Acadia.